Hello everyone, this is Kiedra, and in this video I want to show you how you can fix Static's P-SMERF farm, or also known as the seed and flower farm. The reason why it's not working anymore in 1.3 is mainly because you cannot grow grass in a pitch black room like this anymore. As you can see, I'm trying to spam bone meal on the ground and nothing happens. Even worse than that, if we go into the survival mode, I lose all this bone meal that I tried to fertilize the grass with. So if we try to do that in the old farm, we would waste all the bone meal. Another issue is the reason that we now need some light to grow the grass, and when it gets pitch black, as you can see right now, it's not popping out. The game needs an update for any of these blocks to make the grass pop out, and this, as you can see right now, it just happened. But this is completely random, and so we need to force that to keep up convenient use of the farm and not to waste any time waiting for the grass to pop out. On the other hand, if the grass is above us, like in the old design of the farm, we cannot even see that. So to summarize this up, we need alternating light-darkness effect and block updates best on the grass itself, to force a block update and make it pop out. Now what we see in front of us here is the new farm design that I came up with, and I'm just going to show you in action. So the basic use of this farm is pretty much the same as it used to be, with the small change that the bone meal we want to use we are going to put in this dispenser. Make sure that we have a free slot on our hotbar down here. Step on this pressure plate, look up, and keep the right mouse button clicked. Now as you can see by the entity count in the debug monitor, those numbers are going up, which means that we are getting drops. But please keep in mind that this farm is not as fast as spamming bone meal, which we did in the old design. But this is due to the way it is made up, and it's just, you can't do it any faster right now. So once we're done, we're gonna press the button and enjoy the show. Which is not as impressive anymore, I gotta admit. But oh well, what can you do? Now, here can you this is what we got out of a stack of bone meal. Down here in the chest, on the top left corner, those are average rates of the old farm design in 1.2.5 for a stack of bone meal. And on the bottom right corner you can see another 2 runs with a stack of bone meal on the recent farm. So this makes pretty obvious that the rates are not as good as they used to be, pretty much half of what we had, but this is just what we gotta live with right now. So the way this works is actually pretty easy. We use redstone lamps that are connected to a redstone clock down here to create the alternating light-darkness effect that we need. Those repeaters here are also connected to the redstone clock and are used to force block updates every redstone tick on at least one of those blocks that you can see, actually where the grass is growing on, so that we force the grass to pop out as soon as it grew, and to speed up the whole process. One thing that I forgot to mention: you might have asked yourself why I'm running the redstone directly up to the lamp and the repeaters and not use any torches. The reason for this is another issue that came up with 1.3. In older versions, for a redstone torch to pass on the signal to another torch, the redstone signal had to be at least 2 ticks long. Otherwise it would just flicker for a slight second. Now over here we have a few monostable circuits or short signal generators that create, like over here, a 2-tick signal, a 3-tick signal, and a 4-tick signal. Now to show you, this is a 2-tick signal, and in older versions the signal should be passed on by this torch to the torch above, but as you can see, this does not happen anymore. So basically, in 1.3, this behavior has changed and needs one tick longer for the same behavior in all the versions. Like, we have a 3-tick signal over here, and if we watch it, it passes on the signal to the torch above, but not onwards. As for a 4-tick signal, we can pass on the signal endlessly. Now, you might ask yourself, we are using a 3-tick redstone clock, so this should be fine. Like two of those torches should be enough to pass on the signal above. Over here, I have a setup like this. As you can see, the clock is down here, running into torches and up. Now this clock is set to 3 now. We have 2 on the repeater, 1 on the torch, makes the 3-tick redstone clock. Now if we turn this one on, watch the redstone lamp. Although the redstone is turning on and off, the redstone lamp just stays on. Same for the repeaters. I have no idea why this is happening. I mean, you can actually make the redstone lamp turn on and off if you just use a clock, 2 torches and the redstone lamp, but all of a sudden then it just stays on forever. So I have no clue why this is happening, and to make this well, if we want to use torches to pass the signal up, and we need to make this a 4-tick redstone clock, like 3 on the repeater, 1 on the torch makes a 4-tick, and as you can see, it's just working fine. Like on the downside, if we put it to 4, we will need more time for a stack of bone meal to use up in the farm. Now let's get started with building. The materials that you're gonna need are down in my hotbar. The ones that need the most resources are like 18 repeaters, 3 dispensers, 3 redstone lamps. Then you'll also need a bunch of redstone itself, redstone torches, 1 button, 1 pressure plate, some sort of building block, and 2 signs. To start off with, you want to mark the very back of your farm and dig down 3 blocks, put blocks like this, 2 above, 2 signs on that, just like in the old design of the farm, which will mark the very back of your farm and keep the water from falling down. You want to repeat this 3 blocks down, like over here. This will help when digging out the area, so you know where the back of the farm is. Like, to keep going from here, we dig out the 1x7 area, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this, and mirror it on the other side, and place our repeaters in here. Now, for the delay of the repeaters, it doesn't really matter. Just mix it like this, you know, make like 1 tick delay, 2 tick delay, 3 tick delay. Just don't set it to 4, or this will cause the repeater to stay on due to the 3-tick redstone clock. But apart from that, it doesn't really matter. All we want is that we have an alternating effect of updates of these grass blocks every redstone tick. So that's pretty much it. Now to go from here, we're gonna cover this with blocks and put a redstone lamp in the middle. On the other side, do the same thing. Put a redstone lamp in here. Now we put 2 blocks over here. That's pretty much the top of our door for the farm, and 2 dispensers like that. Now start off part of the wiring for the dispensers. We put two redstone torches next to it. From here on, we're also going to start putting up the wiring for the repeaters and the redstone clock. For this, we're just gonna put redstone like this, but over here goes a block. Redstone on top of the redstone lamp. Done. Repeat this on the other side. Like this. Once this is done, we're gonna start going down. So we dig out 2 blocks, put a redstone torch here, go down 1 further, 1 to the side and 1 down, make a loop, dig out 1 more, go another 3 blocks, go down 1 more, and as you can see, this layer here will be the bottom floor of the farm, kind of marked by the blocks we put in at the very beginning. So we go down, we dig out 1 more, go down 1 more, and we're at the bottom, right underneath where we want to have the bottom floor of the farm. So repeat this on the other side. And here we are. Now what we want to do from here is dig out or rather hollow out the area underneath that grass layer. So 3 blocks out, we're gonna start digging down to the door of our farm, just like in the old design. Go in 1 more, 1 to the side each, and dig out till we reach the blocks that we marked the very end of the farm with at the very beginning. Now this is the wall, or right above here actually are all those repeaters. The wall is 7 blocks long, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be the middle. And if we go 2 out, right here is gonna be our pressure plate. And over here goes the dispenser. So do it like this. After that, start digging down until you reach the room we hollowed out already. Go down, remove those 2 blocks, put another block over here, redstone torch, and redstone above. Now this will just be the override for our redstone clock, and also cause the redstone lamps we got over here to be on while we're not in the farm, and or rather not pressing the pressure plate. So just put 2 redstone like this, dig out 1 more, a little more room over here, put a block like this, a redstone torch, a repeater set to 2, and connect this. Now this is the clock, and it's overridden by the redstone torch over here. Now to connect the other parts, I did a little mistake here. We gotta have 2 blocks like this, put redstone torch above, and connect these with a repeater well actually, sorry, I kind of lost my thought there. Those repeaters we need because this redstone signal is getting pretty long, and we want to reach the last repeaters here over here as well. If we don't put them in, it's not gonna last. Well, actually it does on the one side, but we need to have it on the same redstone tick, so we're just gonna put 2 repeaters here to be safe. Now the last part missing is the dispenser, which we can slightly see from down here. To connect the dispenser, we're gonna go over here, remove these 2 blocks above, jump up, turn around, remove this block, and there we can see the dispenser is right up there. Now put a block underneath, 1 block further down, redstone on top, and as you could hear by the click, it is connected. Now from here I want to show you an optional thing. We can put a redstone lamp over here and connect it to the circuitry as well. This will light up the farm down here while it is while we're not there, but it's not actually it's not really necessary. But it won't be mob proof then. Well, actually, even with the redstone lamp, it's not 100% mob proof. I think in these corners they could still spawn, but I'm gonna show you how to connect this. We're gonna power this block over here, so we're just gonna mark it like this, hollow out a little area like that, put a block underneath, and redstone wiring like this. Now since this is connecting here, the redstone does not go into this block, but we can force that by just putting a block like this, go back up, and see that it's not lit up. Why not? It should. Let me check. There we go. Another one of those weird block update things. Anyways, if you have problems, just remove it like I did and put it back in. But it should work now, trust me. Okay then, now it's time to set up the wiring for the dispensers above. Just go into the farm, face to the left side and count in 2 blocks, like 1, 2. Remove the block on the downside of the wall. And this is the place where our button goes. Now we remove these 4 blocks, do the same on this side, and dig down the whole area 3 blocks. Now right above here and right above there are our redstone torches that are triggering the dispensers. So we leave a gap, put a block over here, leave another gap, put a block over here, put redstone, oops, on top, and as you could hear, the dispenser is now connected. So we repeat the same thing over here. That's pretty much it. Now we just gotta remove this block and the block underneath. Now be careful not to remove one of these blocks above, because the repeaters are right above those and you would just remove them as well. So remove the block underneath the button as well, put a redstone torch over here. Now remove this block between the redstone and the redstone torch as well, and place a repeater in here, like this. Leave it, leave the delay like this, it doesn't matter. All we gotta do now is put another 4 blocks like this, run wiring like that, and if we press the button now, we can hear both dispensers triggering. That's just it. Now, what I did forget at the beginning, we also need 2 buckets of water that are gonna be placed in the dispensers. Now, if we press the button, they're gonna shoot out the water like this, and if we press it again, they're gonna suck it back in. Now just cover this up. Done. So for the very last part, we are going to cover up the holes that we made, put a pressure plate on top of this block, go up, cover up oops, the top of the farm, and that's it. Now the way you cover the redstone outside is totally up to you. Like in my SMP world, I just built a house around the whole thing. You can come up with any. I didn't want to give you any like ideas. You could just do like this. Oh no, right, you can't do that. But it's whatever you like. This tutorial is mainly about how we can fix the old farm design and not the creative part that I'm not very good at. Anyways, yeah, we're done. Now let's get some bone meal. Go back to survival mode, put it in the dispenser, and try it out. As you can see in the top left corner, entity count is going up, so this is looking good. I'm not gonna do the whole thing though now. And here you can see why I used a stone pressure plate, because you have a dispenser shooting out entities here, so if there's like a wooden pressure plate, there's a chance that it's gonna land on it and you just build yourself an annoying clock and waste bone meal. So use a stone pressure plate to be safe. Press the button for the water. Now I'm just gonna place a block here to what? Oh, right. I didn't remove those. Sorry. Yeah, and there we go. That's it. A few last words to this farm design. Now as you can see, the water is still dropping down from the ceiling, so we have to push the button again for it to stop. There's one optional thing that you can do that I will show you over here. Up top, it's just remove the top part. You have entities at the very back of the farm. Now, outside, this is just the mirror side of the button inside, and this is the wiring that is triggering the dispensers. So if we press this button, they're gonna shoot out the water, and the signal is delayed as well, and is gonna be put back in to give another signal onto the dispensers and shut it off automatically. Now as you could see, this is just enough time to make entities at the very back fall down. On the downside, you need 25 repeaters all set to a delay of 4 to make this work. I mean, that's why I kind of made it optional, because 25 is a lot if you don't have that in survival. So that's pretty much it for this farm design. Now let's get over to statics. Now here we are at statics version of the farm. I hope you can still recognize it. I kind of had to build it above ground, but trust me, it's 100% identical. What you want to do here then is you go on top of the farm and check out where the piston for the lighting system is and remove that. Like exactly at the spot where the piston was, you're gonna put the redstone lamp. Now keep going down. You might have to dig some stuff out, depends on how you set it up. You're gonna place blocks like this and put down the repeaters as you had them in my new design. You gotta keep in mind here, you can't put a repeater right here, because you'd need a block here and a redstone torch over here, and that would be constantly powered by this redstone torch, and thus cloaking up the system. So just leave this covered. From here we just remove everything that we had set up for the old system. Remove all that. Remove this block over here. Go up. Like here was another pressure plate. That one we're gonna keep. Put a dispenser right there. Go back down and remove everything on the way up, like we did on the other side. Put another redstone lamp over here. Close off those walls. Put in the repeaters. Come out. Come up. Redstone wiring. This is exactly the same as in my new design, just with less repeaters. So let me do this over here as well, like this. And once again, we just start going down with the wiring, like this. I think that's okay. Like over here we have the pressure plate, so just put a torch here and we have our override done. 2 redstone torches, repeater, block, torch, another, set this to 2, and yeah, now we have a problem. No, we don't. You just gotta lower this by 1, and this way you can connect it. Like in this part you don't need an extra repeater over here, because this will be enough. Oh, I messed up. Anyways, we're just gonna put this up like this, and there we go, it's connected. As I said, you don't need a repeater here, because this signal is not as long and will reach the last repeater as well. So just gonna repeat that on the other side. There we go. Now, what's missing? Let me check. That's it. Close off this wall. Oh right, no, wait. We need some lighting in here. So we're gonna do the same thing as we did in my new design. We're gonna put a redstone lamp on this spot, just diagonal of the pressure plate, and this is gonna be powered by this block. I'm just gonna make it a stone brick, so to mark it out. The way we connect this one is the same way we do it on the other side. Put wiring like this. It's gonna connect here, but well, let me fix that. Put a block like this, and it should be. It's not doing it again. Anyways, you know the drill. The last thing that is missing, we need to connect our repeater, and the way we do this is by bringing this up. Done. Now we just close off the walls. Oh wait, I gotta remove that again. And we can try it out, I guess. Put a block in here. Get some bone meal. Go back to survival. Okay. What? There we go. Put it in. Let me just get rid of what we had in here and try it out. Like, have a free spot, step on the pressure plate, look up, and there we go. On the debug monitor you can tell the entity count is going up, so this is working again. So I'm stopping right here, and you might as well replace, as I said before, replace the wooden pressure plate with a stone pressure plate. Not absolutely necessary, but a little more safe. And there we go. Since you might build the farm in SMP as well, we are right now on an SMP server, and what I want to show you here is a problem that is, I guess, related to some kind of game tick lag or something. I have no idea what the cause of this is. This only happens in SMP though. It's fine in SSP in single player. So I'm just gonna show you what this does with the farm. Now imagine that this block or this redstone lamp would be the lighting for our top part of the farm. And here is our 3-tick redstone clock. Now let's turn it on and check out the redstone lamp. As you can see, or especially if you compare it to the redstone itself, this is not synced 100%, or at least not all the time. You can also tell by the block light level in the debug monitor that sometimes it just stays on. So every time this happens, we would just basically waste bone meal, because there's the light level is not gonna drop and there's no chance for the grass to pop out. The only way to fix this is to do a 4-tick clock, like similar to the behavior with redstone torches passing a signal up. Now you can see, well, we actually had some lag there as well. Well, but it's way more stable, that's for sure. So keep in mind, when building this in SMP, you might want to use a 4-tick redstone clock to be sure. This just takes slightly longer, for example, like a stack of bone meal to use up on the farm. So one last word about the changed version of statics. This is what I got out of using up 1 stack of bone meal. So if we compare this to some average rates that I made in my design, you can see it's slightly lower. This is most likely due to that static used a lot less grass that like flowers and stuff could even grow on. I think it's 2 or even 3 blocks shorter than my version. I just made it longer, since in the first tests I kind of saw it coming that the rates were going down. So this is just to keep up the chances. At the end of this video, I wanted to show you some stuff that I played around with. Like, to start off with, keep in mind this is not optimized or anything. It is just to play around and check. I basically try to increase the rates to older, or that they get closer to the older rates we got. All counted on a stack of bone meal. So what this does here is we have like this setup down here that is causing updates to these blocks above, and we have also repeaters going around. So pretty much every block in there is getting an update every redstone tick, or alternating. A lot of blocks are getting updates. So this works best if we close it off, and to show it I gotta go back to survival, and there we go. Now you will experience that sometimes it's just not updating this stuff. Like right now, nothing happens, you know, and there we go. There's still some randomness to the whole thing that I can't figure out what the reason is for. As I said, this is just to look if I update or grow it somewhere else. This keeps going. Or just break blocks, it updates it also. This is not flawless, and I don't like it because it kind of cloaks up sometimes, but on the plus side of this kind of design, you don't waste bone meal. As you could see, if the stuff is not updating and stays on the grass, you cannot blaze or you cannot use another bone meal. And as you can see, this is what we got out of a stack of bone meal. It's almost 50 roses. Let's just keep in mind the number of 30 in my new design. There's another one out of a stack of bone meal, and another one that you can see it is really different sometimes. But this is just like an idea for keeping up the rates. Maybe you can use that. So this is it, guys. Problem solved. There's just one last thing. Static named his version of this farm design P-SMERF in reference of pistonized, but there are not any pistons in here anymore, so we might need to come up with another name. So if you have a good idea, let me know in the comments. Else, I really hope that this helped you out fixing your own farm. I also hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would very much appreciate if you shared this video a like, and I'll see you soon.